Yes, trying some eye. Good evening, everybody. Sorry, you're just having a giggle at what Sam's putting on the screen. Welcome to BSTV Esports. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you round 6 of the EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge, brought to you from the green hell that is Nürburgring. I'm not even going to try and pronounce its full name, but it's awful. In the booth with me tonight, I have Mr. Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde. You're sounding a little better. Welcome back, and good evening, everybody.
Thank you very much. We sort of have Mr. Yaz Samai. Good evening.
Good evening. I hope you have me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I've got
you.
And on the cameras tonight, as usual, is Mr. Sam Boozin.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, everybody knows my disgust for this track, and how I can't see how anybody in their right mind can look at it as fun. But here we are. It's 16 miles long. It's got 170 turns, and it's taking the GT4s anyway almost 9 minutes to get round. Little change of format tonight because of the long lap. We've basically got a 1 hour qualifying session, which has 13 minutes left, and then we are straight into the 1 hour race. So, Bill, what do you think of the green hell?
Yeah, it's not definitely. I don't really consider it a racetrack. It's almost like a ride through the country going fast. It's got a lot of elevation changes and turns and all kinds of different stuff, but I don't really think it's going to produce a decent race. It's a matter of survival here, to stay on the track, not crash into everything, because you go one step off and you're going to be in the guardrail or into a wall or someplace, and it just, I don't know. I don't hate it like you do, Clyde, but I don't think it's anything sensational. I mean, pretty remarkable place, but not really a place for a good car race, in my opinion.
I hate this track almost as much as I hate Bingham. Yaz, have you done many laps around this track?
No, I have no idea. I mean,
or should I rephrase that? Have you started many laps around this track?
I must tell you, I struggle at tracks that take 50 or 60 seconds to get around this, where there's 175 corners. I'll be useless. So I've never tried it.
I'm like Pete. We both treat this track the same, as in, it takes you a few laps to sort of get into a rhythm, but the track is, or for me anyway, nearly impossible to learn. So my crashes around this track are because I'm going along a nice rate of knots, and I know, right, next up is a left, and I arrive at the scene of the accident to be, because it's actually a right, because I think I'm somewhere else on the track than I actually am. And that has always been my problem whenever I've tried this. Sam, I'm going to ask you as well, what do you think of this track?
Well, first, I'm disappointed by Tyler's time for now. So I hope it's gonna be faster this weekend, because that's not a good time. But the track is great. I'm joking, Tyler. That's a nice lap. Track is great. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Probably on the top 3 with Spa, Bathurst, and probably a few other. That makes more than 3, but never mind. There's everything on this. I could do the track eyes closed on my head. That just tell you how much I run on this track. So there it is, the official proof that Sam is a class 1 weirdo.
I think I'll probably have my eyes closed most of the time going around here myself, in any case.
You don't need to put your eyes closed in the pits, do you?
The only place in this track I know where I am is when you're on that 3 mile long straightaway toward the end of a lap. That's the only place I know where I am, if I make it that far.
I hate driving the track, but I love watching races on it because you can get, in a twisted way, you can get some phenomenal crashes involving just one car,
Yeah, sure.
rather than a big pile-up. And interesting to see, just looking at the standings, our two resident Germans are top of the pile. That's not really a surprise, is it? They they must love this track. I'm sure Marco Loer has told me he's driven hundreds of laps in real life around here. So at the moment, we've got Stefan Goebel currently sitting on provisional pole, Marco Loer second, Tyler Newitt third, Andy Perks in fourth, and Rob Venn in fifth. In TCR, we've got Chris Shaw top of the pile at the moment, with Jamie Wilson second, Gary Craig third, Lee Bowden fourth, and Pete Bingham in fifth. Last time out, Wobbly Knee Camp took away the win in GT4 with Tyler Newitt second and Marco Lewert in third. In TCR, Mark Draper took away another win with Jamie Wilson in second. And please do not adjust your sets, Pete Bingham in third. So, as for the standings, that leaves us with Tyler Newitt leading the way in GT4 with 966 points, Rob Venn in second with 819 points, and Stefan Goebel in third with 686 points. In TCR, Mark Draper leads the way with 898, Jamie Wilson in second with 735, and Gary Craig in third with 704. In the team standings, let's get ready for a woohoo, Bill. BSTV Esports Green lead the way.
Hey!
With 1,273 points. Result Clothing iRacing Team are second with 1,175. And Safeguard by Result are third with 1,022.
Goodness.
So, apart from that bit of straight, Bill, is there any other parts of this track that you know?
No, not really. I'm kind of the same as you and Pete. I haven't run here enough to really remember any of this stuff. I mean, I recognize it when I'm there sometimes, but sometimes like you mentioned, you're coming into a section, you think you're in a different spot on the track, and it can really mess you up, especially if you're in a really fast car and there's no chance of recovery.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of guest drivers tonight. If Sam, no, they're probably going to be in the pits, aren't they? I was going to say if Sam could find them on track, but they're in the pits. Mr. Alan Toon has joined us in GT4, and Roger Morton is making a guest appearance in TCR. But that gives us a 10-car GT4 field and an 11-car TCR field.
Interesting.
And you just don't know how this race is going to go, do you? Because the times are so spread out at the moment. It's unbelievable.
Clyde, is Jay...
I think it's going to come down to track knowledge more than anything else. I think that we'll probably see a lot of PCRs and GT4s mixed up together in between each other. So I think this is going to be one of those races where it's just survival, like you said. Whoever knows the track best is going to come out on top if they can keep it out of the wall.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there, Yaz. Sorry, Bill, what was you going to say?
No, that's okay. I see a couple names I don't recognize. Needham, last name.
They all joined. Did you commentate with us last week?
Nope.
No, I wasn't here. That's right.
That's why. Yeah. So Jason Haddington.
Yep.
Arnaud Chanonnier, as we call him.
Yep.
And Chris Needham all joined us last week.
All right, that's why I don't recognize. Okay. Another funny thing I look when I'm looking at the little sections under the guy's name on the screen right now. It's the track that's got like 8 sections.
Tyler Newitt's just posted a couple of decent times in sector 127 and 152. So on the chat, James has said, "Go Dave." James, our number one fan. Sebastian Prang's with us as usual. Hi all, good luck, Stefan. You know this track from real. And McB952 says go VTS. You can't really argue with those two at the moment, can you?
No, you can't. Obviously, they know this track very well to turn the kind of times they're turning. Yeah, I heard Marco spouting about knowing that being around here about 3,000 times or something, really, or something. I don't know, but if then you crash your real car.
Yeah, there's some good YouTube videos, isn't there?
Oh, I was going to mention
crashing
that.
right here, yeah.
Oh, God.
Right there, the YouTube corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is exactly the one where Tyler is, in case you don't know. You probably don't know.
No, we're not sure.
Watch out for Alan Toon. He is sporting a special paint tonight. And I'm not sure what other countries get the company that he's representing, but those in the UK will understand the joke. And if anybody doesn't, give me a shout on the chat and I'll explain it to you.
I'll explain it when it's on screen because I probably don't know about it because I'm not in the UK.
I don't know how far-reaching this company is. I'm sure it doesn't reach as far as Yaz. Whereabouts in South Africa are you, Yaz? Or have we already had this conversation?
I don't know. Probably I'm in Cape Town. Table Mountain.
Cape Town, okay.
Everybody knows Table Mountain.
Yeah. Are you in one of them little tin shacks?
No.
Not quite. Not quite, yeah?
Damn.
Oh.
He lives in one of those luxury high apartments.
I wish. Was that a new graphic that we had, the Sam, with the speedometer and the K selector?
No, that's something that is there since quite a while, but I don't really use it very often. Because all the race we broadcast for now have a lot of battle, and when we jump on board, I keep either the battle box or the guy sharing his camera. So it was just for information for myself, just to see if I took corners right, and at the same time showing people how Tyler does it. And he did improve just a bit.
Now, so, Sam,
go on, Bill.
Sam, in your 24-hour adventure you're going to have with Tyler, what vehicle are you competing in?
The Cayman GT4.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, message on Twitch from Julia Bowden. If you, sorry, it's on Facebook. If you don't know who Julia is, she is Lee Bowden's evil stepmom. Bill told me to say that.
I never said that.
She says, good evening all. Good to have Bill back this week. Maybe for you, Julia. Maybe not for us.
Thank you, Julia. That's very kind. Thank you.
And have you eaten your dessert yet, Clyde? No, I am still waiting on cake. There seems to be a bit of a cake shortage in this house at the moment. No, so I may be looking for a trade in on the wife steaks.
Oh yeah, like somebody better is going to take you, Clyde. Get out of here.
I'm a catch, mate. I'm a catch. There was hearts breaking all over the world when I got married.
No, I'm sure she wants to drop you.
Oh, hang on. There's movement downstairs. Now, people, as this is such a long lap, and when qualifying is over, iRacing likes to let people finish their lap. So we've got another probably around 13 minutes to waffle on. So you'll have to excuse us. We have got a car on track. We've got two cars on track, have we?
Frank T. Bosch, I see him.
Yeah, Frank
Um,
T-Bush, Simon
oh.
Van Dijk, and Chris Shaw, which
Oh, yeah.
is just at the start. Well, he is about to exit the GP layout.
Let's hope that they carry on then. So at least you've got something
And
to watch.
Lee Bowden's out there too. And is it John? Mr. Harrington's first name is what again? I'm sorry.
Jason.
Oh, Haddington. I'm sorry. Mr. Haddington's out there too, Jason. And Arnaud Chanonier.
Chanonier.
Okay.
I
We
don't
missed you for that
actually
name last
have
week.
any idea whether that is correct or not, but
Yeah, kind of. It's pretty close. Well, in fact, it's correct. But for me, if he's very French, as I saw, I think, in one session, that's correct.
We missed you last week, Paul, to sort of murder that name, eh?
So Simon Van Dijk is in a Porsche. That's not normal, is it?
No,
I know Wobbly Niekamp was switching to the Porsche for this race, but he's not turned up, which is a shame because I could have said he was going to win and then he wouldn't have.
why do you pick on that poor man? He's a nice guy. Jesus. Man, you slaughter his name, you make fun of him, you jinx him all the time. And he still is very nice to you. God, I can't believe it.
Bill, you are the voodoo doll expert. You know that.
Oh, I felt so bad for that man. Who was it? Oh, God. Van Wart the other night. Oh, God, poor guy. Never again. Don't ask me who's going to win. I can't do that to him.
So, who's going to win tonight then, Bill?
I have no idea. Let me see. Clyde Whiting.
Yay, you know it. And message to Julia, cake has arrived. The divorce is off.
I'm not sure about that. Fortunately, Katie Whiting is not listening to the broadcast. Good thing.
Yes, she is. So, as rightly pointed out on the chat, VTS Germany up there, position 1 and 2 in GT4, and 3/4 of a second ahead of Tyler.
Look at Stefan's time. Wow.
Oh, no. See, now Julia's upset me. They've got sticky toffee pudding. That's not on.
Oh, but has she got custard?
Yeah. Is it on its own or is it with Custard?
Don't be too nice to him, Katie. You spoil the hell out of him.
Or even sticky toffee pudding with ice cream. I like that.
You know, the name Sticky Toffee Pudding sounds like you would need turpentine to get it off your hands.
Yeah, and somebody else's teeth to eat it with.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it is very nice.
Sounds good. Is it really pudding?
Yeah, it's
Looks
like
like
a toffee sponge cake
Oh, okay.
with like a sticky toffee sauce on it.
Ah. Oh, that's why it's good with ice cream. Okay, gotcha.
Looks like Chris Shaw's lighting up the timing screens here. When we get back to the racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed in the chat in the week that Jamie Wilson was saying that Chris Shaw was head and shoulders above the rest round here. And even at the moment, he's got just over a second on Jamie Wilson.
He's just set about 17 purple sectors on this lap so far.
Yeah, wow,
already.
look at that, yeah.
Yeah, so Julia's having a sticky toffee pudding with ice cream. Good girl.
Enjoy, Julia.
Hello to Marco Lewert on the chat, preparing to do the race. What turn are you going to die at, Marco? Or if you can't decide, I'll get Bill to decide for you.
Stop it. Marco, I'm not saying a word.
So what do we think we're looking at? About 11 laps?
I thought it would be less than that, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course it
11
is,
looks
yeah.
about right.
7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah. Say 9 minutes a lap, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Although
Do
I
you
don't.
think we'll see a dive bomb on the first corner?
Yes,
That would be wonderful.
that's a given.
Just shake things up a little bit.
I would guess 7 laps.
Yeah, but they have to make a pit stop too, right?
They have to.
Yeah, see, that's going to take pretty long.
They have got extra fuel this week. They have
Yeah,
got
and
50%.
Tyler just said, 4-lap stint and 3-lap stint for both classes. I was about to get that on.
Okay.
It should be, it's just a touch of fuel saving to get 4 laps in these Porsches in GT4.
Yeah.
It's easily doable, so I guess people will do it probably. I would say try it on the first stint, but you've got the wall straight. So maybe not. Maybe they will do 3 then 4. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah.
They're going to use half their fuel on the parade lap.
Yeah. Well, they start on the back straight, so.
Really? Thank God. Jeez, that'd be another 20 minutes.
Behind the pace car.
Well, nobody's listening, nobody's watching, Tyler, so you can tell us what your strategy is.
Tyler will do a 6-lap stint and then a 1-lap stint.
There should be a quicker lap from Chris Shaw.
Yeah, he is hauling the mail on this one.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
He's now 3 seconds quicker than Jamie Wilson.
Wow.
And only 3 seconds off the back of the TCRs, up behind the GT4s.
Simon Van Dyke got a few greens, a couple of yellows. I don't think his time's going to change too much.
Yeah, and he started after the checkered flag. I think that's more practice lap than real quality lap.
It's another thing about this track, too. They got some curves that are not too bad, and they got others that'll vault you into outer space.
Yeah, that's your favorite part, though?
Only 3 minutes 15 remaining before we switch to the grid.
Hey!
He's coming down the long straight. probably bouncing off the rev limiter.
Yeah, the drivers are currently betting on who's going to be the first one to crash at turn 2 and end up watching the stream the first.
I hope I'm wrong, but it's going to sadly be like a stretched out time trial, in my opinion. Here comes down to the start-finish line.
Well, luckily, track choice is nothing to do with us because we follow the official iRacing schedule.
Yeah. Okay, looks like everybody's home.
Alright, while we're waiting and there's nothing to show, I'm gonna show Tyler on screen. Just, you know, to have something to watch. It's maybe not the best, but it's all we got.
It is quite poor, isn't it, when the only thing we can show people is Tyler Newitt.
That poor guy gets picked on all the time. I don't know.
Well, I've got nothing to show, you know. Maybe I could, I don't know. Let's put that up. Let's go back in time. And, you know, this is all I can do. There's nothing more.
We should have an interview with Pete Bingham.
If we ever do this track again, what we'll do is we'll get Tyler's girlfriend to take over from him.
See how Elizabeth can do. I think that's her name.
Tyler has a good point there. Clyde, you're admin in the session, so you could advance the session to the next one.
Whoa! I could, but I don't know how. And I don't know if I can do it as a watcher.
We're watching one of the
Because I'm not in the session, am I?
Well, the thing is, Andy Burr's disconnected. I don't know if he's back in the session already.
He is, yeah.
And I don't know if all the drivers are ready.
It's over anyway.
Yeah, it's over anyway. So yeah, next time we will advance the session, Tyler. True.
I can't wait for next time.
Yeah. We won't be back here. Okay. Hey, we got him up on the screen. Okay, leading off on pole is Stefan Gelba, BTS Germany. Second, Marco Lewert, BTS Germany. Third, Tyler Newitt, BSTV Esports Orange. Fourth, Andy Parks. Fifth, Rob Ben, BSTV Esports Yellow. Sixth, Arno Chenanier, RWC Racing. Seventh, Chris Needham, RWC Racing. Jason Haddington, RWC Racing 2. And our special guest, Alan Toon, Team Saga. 10th, Simon Van Dyke, Next Level E-Series. Can't see what that says. Tear?
Team.
Team, I'm sorry. The M is missing. Okay. And let me see. TCR, we got Chris Shaw, BSTV Esports Yellow. Second, Jamie Wilson, Team Chimera. Third, Gary Craig, BSTV Esports Green. Fourth, Lee Bowden, Sim Racing Channel. Fifth, Pete Bingham, BSTV Esports Green. Sixth, Carl the Pie Man Hardy, Safeguard by Result. Seventh, Frank T-Boss, Result Clothing, iRacing. Eighth, Martin Brennan, Safeguard by Result. Ninth, our guest star, Roger Morton, UK, and I'm sorry. 10th is Mark Draper, Work Guard by Result. And David Ayers, Result Clothing Racing. What the heck's Mark Draper doing way back there? Oh, he's got no time. probably. Okay.
Well, they are inching their way towards the start. And he's gone. I think he's gone, hasn't he?
Wow. Where
He's
was the
certainly
start?
got a jump there.
Am I not going to see a first corner pilot?
Maybe that's why he did it.
Maybe in TCR.
Have
Yeah.
the TCRs passed some of the GT4s already?
Yeah, it's intermixed.
Oh, we're going
Here we go.
into the first corner.
Oh! Wow!
It was Gary went it into the back of Chris Shaw.
Wow!
Ah, I called it.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, that's Andy Perks.
Off in the sand.
That GT4 is being a pain in the bum for these TCRs. That's what we like.
Whoa, somebody off the back
that
there.
was Alan Toon, I believe.
No,
it wasn't.
Looks like
No,
a
it wasn't.
Ford.
Simon Van Dyke.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody started this race saying all we got to do is survive.
Yep.
But,
Keep
you know,
it clean, boys.
Once you start racing that competitors in anybody just kicks in and you just want to get out in front and you forget all that.
Exactly. Simon Van Dyke. What's that say? Pitt. Okay.
Yeah. David Ayres
This
as
is
well.
probably I wonder how long is the tow around here?
I don't know.
Like 3 weeks.
Whoa! Andy Perks around. Oh, that's the replay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he just went round on his own. What happened to Simon? Ooh. Yeah, that was just unfortunate.
Yep.
Oh!
That looked like a loss.
That's my sort of crash. That's where you come up expecting a left and it's actually a right.
That looked like a lost connection, though. That looked a little.
No, that was just getting the corner all wrong.
That was getting lost completely.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
corner is pretty tough because you are, a bit out of camber. The car is not very stable. If you don't have a very stable car, that's on cold tires, cold brakes, it often happens.
Yeah.
Well, we're 3 minutes in and we've had as much action as we usually have through a full race in a week. Mind you, we haven't seen Pete Bingham yet.
Yeah, I think the important word there, Yaz, was yet.
Hmm.
And here comes the two teammates, Arno Chenarnier and Chris Needham. And the McLaren 570s.
Which is the non-fire breather.
Yeah, sad. Uh-oh.
Oh, Gary Craig has got bits hanging off of his car.
My goodness. And his face, oh, goodness. What happened there?
Oh, they're on the rev limit. Oh, he was loose getting
Whoa!
in. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I like the way the car stopped and then the bumper fell off.
Big
Who
smoke
was
from
that that was
underneath. Like,
chasing him? Was it Carl Hardy? Who must have had quite a moment in following him there.
yeah, Code Brown. Oh,
It
we're on
was
board with
there.
Gary. Oh, boy.
Yeah. He just lost it on the way in.
I bet he's dizzy now. Holy cow. Tyler
Yeah, I
Newitt
wonder how
currently
long,
running in third.
really-
Yeah, Marco Lewert's not getting away from Tyler, is he? Stefan Goebel's disappearing.
He's disappeared already. Not disappearing. We don't see him.
I think he's the secret weapon here.
Well, he's got 4 seconds in half a lap.
Wow.
Well, Alpha Lap here is like 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah.
Normal time,
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
you know, that makes
Leave
sense.
it, leave it, Sam. It sounds good.
Do we know how long a tow is? I mean, those 3 cars that have towed themselves to the pits.
I would guess about
Yeah,
3
so-
weeks.
I got to take a while.
Oh, go on, Mr. Toon. Put some pressure on Princess Pete there.
That's what we like to see.
Uh-oh.
Mark Draper. It doesn't, from this distance, it doesn't look like there's damage on the car. So has he got away with that?
No, it looks pretty clean.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just lost it on his own.
Well, no, he hasn't.
Hit the
No, it's only a
guardrail.
light touch.
Yeah, but not bad. Here's Lee Bowden behind Carl Hardy, with Pete Bingham behind Lee and Alan Toon behind them.
Yeah, come on, Alan, give it to him.
It's a lot of
Oh,
cars.
this
to
must
pass
be
here.
nice being in a bit of a. This must be nice to be in a bit of a battle on this track.
Whoa. A lot of curve there from Lee Bowden. Pete's looking. Tyler Newitt has kind of moved in on Marco Lewert a little bit.
No, so Gary Craig said the rear tyres gripped up and bobbled instead of sliding.
Huh. And Tyler Newitt is really getting close.
Stefan Goebel has just disappeared into the distance.
Yeah, now he's got 5.5 second lead.
Nice to see that the RWC drivers are now getting driven away from this week. Last week they were a little bit seemed a little bit out of the depth, but this week they're in there with Rob Bin, in between Rob Bin and Andy Perks. So that's nice to see them in a bit of action.
I'm a little bit worried about the fuel consumption on the McLaren, though. We've seen that be a little bit of a thirsty girl, haven't we? Are they going to manage a 4-lap stint?
That's not. We're not sure about this model though, are we? Or is this the one that's?
No, this is the one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marco Lewert weighing side to side, trying to break Tyler's toe.
Carl Hardy is lost.
And we're coming up to the end of the first lap.
Carl Hardy is begging people to go past him because he doesn't know where he's going. Mr. Toon is going to do them all. Extra power in the Porsche. Unfortunately, that now means he's leading the way.
And Pete Bingham's pulled into the third of that group. Of course, Alan Toon's like gone now. Look at this. Wow. Good battle right here.
Well,
So Stacey's listening on her way home.
what was Stefan's best lap in qualification?
Was the
Not
51?
sure.
51, I think.
Yeah, he's done at 8:49. He's been faster in race than qualification.
God.
That's no sense.
Wow.
He definitely knows his way around here.
Apparently. Wow.
You know, it's good. I mean, like, Stefan has been battling hard every week in, week out for the last couple of seasons, and it's nice to see if he can come away with a win here. I know we're calling it quite early, but I mean, it just looks like he's way above the rest of the pack.
Indeed, yes, I totally agree. He's been a hard worker. I thought Pete was going to get Lee Bowden there, but
Yeah, they was bump drafting for a minute.
yep.
So Frank T-Bosch is in the pits as well. Don't know what happened to Frank. I think he just drove into the pit lane.
Simon Van Dyke has.
I think he might have just taken the wrong turn.
He's borrowed Pete's sat-nav.
Simon Van Dyke is gone. Jason Haddington's still in the pits, along with Gary Craig, and as Clyde mentioned, Frank D-Bosch has joined him.
Yeah, all you can hear in Pete's car at the moment is, in 200 yards, turn left.
Yeah, I think the thing about this is that if you're watching Andy Perks at the moment, I mean, he's spun himself around, and now he's making his way back up the field. You know, the lap times around here are so different, driver to driver, that it's one of those cases where you just can't give up. You just need to keep going. You know, you don't know how much time you can make up if you do have a bit of an incident or a coming together or a spin, you can make it up.
Yeah, there's 10 seconds at the moment in lap time between P3 and P4 in GT4.
Speaking of Andy Perks, he just got by Rob Venn.
He did, yeah.
For fourth place.
This is a good battle as well for the lead in TCR.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson on Chris Shaw. Now that I'm board with Jamie, you can see how rough this course is. He's bouncing all over the place.
Just looking at those lap times there, I mean, you're talking about 10 seconds. 10 seconds between Andy Perks and Tyler Newton. You must remember that Andy had that spin out and had to put himself back together again and then pass all those cars. So 10 seconds, if you think of it in the grander scheme of things, he's basically on pace with him.
There's still 10 seconds between Tyler and Rob, though. And Rob's not had any naughtiness as far as I know. So I've got Frank pitted, came out and then crashed, maybe?
Huh.
But he's still going. So maybe wasn't a crash.
Is David Ayres in the pits, or did he not start? Or
well, he did 0.07 of a lap.
Oh goodness.
Well, no, he's out of the pits now. That's just gone
okay.
up.
Oh, there he is. Okay, thank you, Sam.
Yeah, in fact, all the guys that were in the pit from crashes, we got Jason Haddington, Gary Craig is back on track as well, and we just saw David Ayres. David Evers.
Oh, yep,
sorry.
Yep.
David Evans, yeah.
So basically, the tow took about 30 minutes.
Yeah, so Gary is a lap down. I'm sure he can get that back.
All of them are going to be a lap down. Four to 7 in the GT4s are completely stacked up, eh?
Lee Bowden is right ahead of Pete Bingham there, and third for TCR. Alan Toons put some distance on him. Of course, he's a GT4. Pete looking, maybe. Tough place to pass. Boy, oh boy. Pete's going for it. Now it's going to cut back the other way. Good drive, Pete.
Sensibly backed out there, didn't he?
Definitely. Yep.
Could Pete do a back-to-back podium there?
Possibly. That is the position in front of him. Doesn't look like they're going to touch the top two, but still a long way.
Whoa! Out of the carousel there. Maybe he likes it better up on the top. I don't know. Now they're heading for the long straightaway. He's kind of falling off the back of him. Tyler's still trying to hang on to Marco Lewert. Second and third place. Overall and in GT4. We're on lap 2.
Woohoo!
Whoa! What happened to Carl? Looked like
There's a bystand on the track. I know that for sure.
You gotta get hungry around this track. It's a long drive, eh?
Whoa! A little scrape of the wall, not bad.
Yeah, a little scuff. Well, buffo. Is Tyler starting to struggle to hang on to Marco Lewert now?
I don't know. He's
Easy fuel saving.
I don't think he's struggling. He's like 4 to 6 tenths behind. He's just, not too close in case Marco make a mistakes.
Did you see that? Looked like a tire came off his car. Did you see that?
I think that was dirt. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, looks like he's having a bit of connection issue.
Yeah, he's on and off there.
That's 2 laps done.
Woo! Lap 3.
Yeah. Battle for the lead in TCR carries on.
Oh, Jamie Wilson's on him, boy. That's great racing right there.
It's not an easy track to overtake on, though, is it?
No, it isn't. Lee up on the. I'm sorry, Chris Shaw up on the grass there.
It's also not an easy track to be that close behind somebody.
They look like they're
You
attached
gotta know
together.
what you're
Look at
doing.
that.
Jesus.
NASCAR, eat your heart out. Look at that. Stacy! Oh, she's got her mic muted. Okay.
I just heard my own voice.
It's a sign of madness, that is.
I tell you what, 2 laps around here and the 2 of them are attached at the hip.
It's
that
terrific.
is something.
Absolutely terrific. It's a good little battle, too, right here for second and third. Tyler swinging way out wide to try to get a good run.
So 20 minutes in. Currently your top three in GT4 are Stefan Goebel, who's miles ahead of Marco Lewert, and Tyler Newitt in third. In TCR, Chris Shaw is leading the way. We're on board with him at the moment. Jamie Wilson is currently right up his tailpipes. And then Lee Bowden in third.
Pete Bingham is in Lee Bowden's tailpipes, which is really good.
Yeah, they've been going on for, sounds funny, it doesn't sound long, 2 laps, but they've been going on for quite a while, close together. Uh-oh. Frank,
That's the wrong pit lane.
Yeah.
Ah, that's exactly what happened, too. Good catch, Sam. That's what he was trying to do, you're right. At least he didn't hit anything.
How much fuel has he done? Because he's stopped once before in the pit. Is he stopping after every lap?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
What kind of cake we eating tonight? I can hear it.
Unicorn again.
Oh, unicorn? Okay. That'll help get rid of your cold.
Yeah.
And there we, for first time on the screen, we've got Martin Brennan tonight, and he's following Roger Morton. And Martin is in 7th place. Roger Morton's in 6th. This is a battle for 6th place in TCR.
Good evening, gentlemen. How you doing?
Stacy, what's happening?
All good, thank you. What have I missed?
Not a heck of a lot. A couple little things. Martin's in 7th place in TCR, right behind Roger Morton, chasing him down. They're on screen right now.
It's really good to see Alan racing as well tonight. So yeah, good on him for joining in.
Yep, he's tooling around. He's in 8th place in GT4, but having a good time. Got a nice battle going up front in TCR between Chris Shaw and Jamie Wilson. They're right on. They look like they're attached together. Going very well. And the leader of GT4, Stefan Goebel, is almost 11 seconds ahead. I mean, my God. Whoa!
Oh.
Yeah, Roger Morton's off. Front end's wobbling around.
Yeah, wheel on the grass. That's...
Yeah, that was all on his own, yep.
Yeah, not good there. Happened
Easy
quite
to
a
do.
few times.
Easy to do. Yep, there he goes. Zip. Uh-oh. And Martin says, thank you very much.
See the wing mirror disappear over the fence there.
A souvenir for somebody. And Rob Bend is in front of Andre Chananer. My French grammar.
Do it, Bill.
My
Do
French
it, Bill.
grammar. My French grandmother must be rolling in her grave. Yeah. I do have one too, believe it or
Oh,
not. Full-blooded Frenchman. God, unreal.
I thought you were joking.
No, actually from the old country and everything. Well, she's been dead for many years, but
So how many crashes have we had then? Because I call this Crash City, this racetrack.
a few offs into the guardrail and stuff. Nothing real bad. A couple spins. No explosions or anything.
Yeah, but we were about 12 in the first half of the first lap.
Yeah, that's when they all happen.
And I think anyone that drives their car around this track like their own road car are absolute lunatics.
No kidding. Clyde and I were talking about, I'm sure you watched them too on YouTube, some of the crashes that people have made in their own car. I mean, I can't believe it.
Absolutely insane.
Oh! I loved it. I was watching one time and a DHL truck was out there, van running around. I thought, if DHL ever sees this film, they're gonna go ballistic. Tyler Newitt still giving Marco Lewert a hard time.
Stefan Goebel is just in a different category on his own up front. He's just pulling away further and further as we go along.
Wow, he must be the king of the kids in this group for Nürburgring.
So have you guys had much experience on this track then?
Only bad.
Yeah.
How bad?
As in getting lost.
It's a hard track to remember going fast, really is. Well, Stefan Goebel blinks first. Here he comes into the pits. And there goes Marco as well. So Tyler Newitt inherits the lead.
And Ashley Chandelier has got in front of Rob Venn.
Yes, he has. Arnaud Chandelier.
Say it, Paul. You gotta get it right.
Okay, and Arnaud is in the pits as well. Rob, they look like Andy Perks. Yep, Rob Venn. They're all beginning to come in now. Chris Needham and his teammate, who is that? Who's his teammate? Oh, that's Chardonnay. That's right. Here's the Chris Shaw, Jamie Wilson show. Wonder if they're going to come in the pits. Let's see. There goes Jamie. He's in.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
I think Jamie. Sorry, Yaz.
Go for it.
I was going to say, I think Jamie was always going to do the opposite to Chris Shaw, wasn't he? Same as Tyler and the BTS guys.
Clyde,
Jamie's
what's
not
the
taking
choice
tires.
No tires.
What, Stacey? Sorry?
I was going to say, what's the choice of cake this evening?
Unicorn.
Really?
Yeah, just finishing it off. It's made with real unicorns.
And Pete Bingham's in the pits. He surrenders fifth. Oh, Lee Bowden ahead of him. And Lee is taking tires. That's jacked up in the air. Either that or he's doing his levitation routine. I'm not sure.
Yoga.
That could be too, yep. And Pete leaves. Boom! I don't think he took tires.
No. Interesting to see if he's a sitting duck for Lee now.
Lee's pretty far behind. Who's this coming down? There's Lee out of the pits now.
That's Mark Draper in the middle of them.
Oh, okay. I thought Mark Draper would be further up. He is in 6th place, but I'm kind of surprised.
Well, he's had a couple of meetings off track, so
Yeah.
kept him behind a little bit.
Here's a replay of Stefan Goebel coming in for his pit stop.
Stefan Gobble?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no tires for Stefan.
No.
Nope. And here comes Marco. Let's see
Have a
about
look
Marco.
at Marco. I don't think that would take tires. Apparently, the fuel does not cover you if you take tires. We saw that with Lee Bowden, basically.
Yeah.
think that's why they're not taking tires this time, with the the fuel putting at 50%.
Sure.
Probably not covered.
Be interested to see what Tyler does, because he does like to take 2 tyres, doesn't he?
Yeah.
We'll see. In about half an
75
hour
turns
now.
around here.
It's a battle for
I don't
fifth.
know which side he'll take.
Battle for fifth here. Pete Bingham in fifth at the moment, and Mark Draper in sixth, who wants fifth place. Okay, we've still got Tyler, Rob Ben, Chris Shaw, Alan Toon, Carl Hardy, Martin Brennan, and Mark Draper to make a pit stop.
Past the halfway mark in this race.
It's just so strange. Most races that you're watching, commentating on, you can look at a couple of cars having a battle and instantly your mind works out where they are on the track. Here, they could be anywhere. They could be in any country.
The lady racing driver that just passed away was an expert at this place.
Oh, yes. I don't think Pete should be too worried about Mark here, because I think Mark's going to have to pit. Pete's worry here for another podium position is Lee Bowden on his fresh tyres.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Mark Draper, as I mentioned before, has not made a pit stop yet, so.
Yeah, and apparently Lee's struggling with tires, probably. I don't know which one he changed, but he's slower than Pete. In the last few
Could also
sectors,
be a
at least.
case of the tires being. Could be a case of the tires being cold and still needing to come up to temperature.
Yeah, I think where they are now, the tires are up in temperatures, It's already like 5 minutes since the pit stop.
Yes, this is true. Keep forgetting that it's still the same lap. You think it's the same lap, but it's like equivalent of 12 laps in another place. I wonder which tires he took. That could also have affected his balance. Struggling to get back into a rhythm.
And Marco Lewert in fourth place, trying to chase down Rob Ben, who's currently in third place. Rob has not made a pit stop yet. Of course, Marco Lewert has.
Yeah, Tyler's going to be in very shortly. Tyler into the pits.
So very long pit lane.
That's Chris Needham as well, I believe.
There's Stefan Goebel has passed Tyler. Oh, really? It's going to be close. Marco has made the pass.
Yeah,
That's some
And he's a
distance.
long way ahead.
he is,
Tyler
isn't
now.
he? Rob Venn is in. TCR leader Chris Shaw is going to have to come in now.
It's like Chris Needham made an off-road excursion. I'm not quite sure where. Here's the replay of it.
Oh, didn't like that bump, did it?
Not a lot of room for runoff on here.
No, that's broke. So Andy Perks is in, Chris Shaw is in. So let's see whether Jamie Wilson can do the jump on Chris Shaw.
Yeah, that bump really caught that car off guard.
Yeah, as soon as the front wheels hit the deck, that was away.
And the specific frame just came after his pit stop.
Guys, is there any reason why Roger Morton's number is white and everybody else is either orange or green?
Yeah, because Roger was a very, very late entry. He's also got no paint on his car. So Chris Shaw did get out ahead of Jamie Wilson.
Martin's in the pit.
Yeah, Alan Toon, Martin Brennan and Carl Hardy in the pits. That leaves Mark Draper to come in. And Mark Draper's gone round again.
Eh?
Yeah, Tyler said TCR could go 5 laps,
Right, okay.
but he will have to come in the pits. There's no way for him to make the full race without stopping.
Lee Bowden's in the pits again.
Yeah, I think Lee's had a crash. Yeah. He's quite bent.
A little wide. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Let's go
that looked nasty.
Yeah.
That's going to leave a mark. Wow.
He's actually done well to get that back.
Here we are on board with him. This is going to hurt. Ooh, boy. At least now he can see his bonnet okay. Kind of bulged up on the right side there. It's amazing how well he got going again. Jeez.
So 20 minutes to go.
I don't want to jinx Pete, but he's doing really well.
Yeah, he has. He's been holding off Mark Draper really well. Is that Mark Draper going around again?
Yep.
And wasn't he in earlier, though? Didn't he have a spin or something? I wonder maybe if he topped him. I don't know if that would make any
And at the 40-minute mark, Stefan Goebel has pulled out a 20-second lead in front of the GT4s. And also, Mark Olivert's got some air between himself and Tyler now.
Yeah, a lot of big gaps on the track now, as we expected, apart from this battle, but even this one we believe is a false battle.
Unless Mark Draper can go into hyper cruise, I would imagine he's got to stop pretty soon. There's the leader, Stefan Goebel, all out there by himself.
Yeah, I think the only person that's going to beat Stefan tonight would be Stefan.
Yep.
A lapse of concentration or something like that.
Whoops, that was
Nearly.
How far is he?
Talk that one up.
as you just said.
How far is he from a back marker, though? Is he going to catch up to anybody?
Fifth of the track.
He might catch David Ayres.
It's like he's going to. Next car he's going to encounter will be Carl Hart. No. Carl Hart?
No, it's David Ayres.
David Ayres, okay. David Ayres is
Just
in the
disconnected.
pit.
Must have had an off.
David Ayres is out.
There goes that theory. I think it's safe to say that Stefan Goebel knows what he's doing around here.
I agree with you, Yaz. He seems to be able to run over those little curves in the right place and all that. I've been kind of watching. He knows when to use all the track and stay away from the edge. Pretty smart.
No, he's broken this track down at the beginning of this race, but it must be so satisfying to be able to do a lap at this full pace that Stefan is doing. It really is quite an achievement to go around this track at full pace.
I wouldn't know.
That makes two of us.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
What's going on here?
Is this a pit stop? Certainly looks like it.
Did he break something in the carousel? Do you think?
I don't know.
Don't know.
He could have. The car wobbled quite a bit in there.
Interesting.
And
Because Marco Lewert is in as well.
They cannot do 4 laps. Maybe.
Maybe they just fold up for 2 and gonna do another 2-lap stint.
Because you need to save a bit of fuel to be able to do 4 laps.
That's true.
Wasn't expecting that.
No,
That's for sure.
it's Stefan Goebel going to throw away a win because he couldn't save fuel.
Well, he's only
Oh,
12
that's good.
seconds behind Tyler. You still have like 15 minutes to
15
catch.
minutes to go, yep.
That's 2 laps.
Yeah, 2 laps.
It's
So,
not gonna,
yeah.
not gonna be easy. Of course, he's been setting down a torrid pace. He doesn't have to hold back now. Now he can rip. Now, Roger Martin, what do we got here? Oh. I knew there was a corner. What the heck?
I think he's fuel saving as well.
He had that collected, didn't he? So just under 12 seconds between first and second in GT4.
Tyler smiling, as expected.
Tyler's got a floppy mirror on the driver's side. Oh, it's fixed now automatically. That was nice. Must have pressed the button. Beep, all done.
Looks like Tyler's got a new angle on his camera this week.
I think it's because he doesn't want us to see the flaw in his roof.
That's right. Clyde ribbed him too many times.
Mark Draper's finally in. Which is
Carl Hardy replay.
Yeah, Martin's going to get promoted up to fourth here. That was too much speed
Carl.
on the way in.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
And there goes Martin by it, right there. Carl Hardy without a mirror.
There's a Pizer Us over there somewhere.
Pizer Us.
I feel a slow-mo coming on.
And Carl Hardy's in the pits, apparently.
No, I'm not surprised after that.
Here we have Chris Shaw and Rob Ben together.
That gap has come down since the pit stop by, what's that, 3 seconds, 4 seconds? Gap between Tyler and Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan's closing in a little bit. How did Marco Lewerk get... Oh, wait a minute. And Jamie Wilson, who was right on Chris Shaw's tail, is now 7.5 seconds behind him at the moment. Okay, a little under 10 minutes to go.
Okay, so let's have a look at the top 5 in each class. So, Tyler Newitt leads the way in GT4 with a hard charging Stefan Goebel in second, Marco Lewerk third, Arnaud Chenanier in fourth, and Andy Perks in fifth. In TCR, Chris Shaw is first, Jamie Wilson second, Pete Bingham is third, Martin Brennan is fourth, and Lee Bowden is fifth.
Looks like Pete's on his way to winning his next podium again.
Yeah. And if anything, not that I want it to happen, but if anything does happen to Pete, Martin's there to take over a podium.
Yeah, he's only he's about 4 seconds behind Pete, so one little hiccup and he could be right there.
I think even without a hiccup, this would be a good result.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
sure it's Martin's best result thus far.
It certainly
just
is
needs
if
to
he
keep
does
it calm.
finish.
Yeah, I think both Pete and Martin just need to keep calm now and just take it to the end. 2 more laps to go, and yeah. The fact
I
that
mean, I
they've
think
kept it clean for this long, it's a good sign of that they know what they're doing around here at least.
I think even if Martin does, like, catch up with Pete, I don't think there'll be any overtaking there for sure. I think they'll make sure they bring the cars home.
I think Martin's biggest issue is going to be Lee Bowden.
100%, definitely.
Yeah, he's not very far behind him. What's that, a second and a half? Oh, a little under 1 3/4 seconds behind. And Stefan Goebel's pulled out all the bumps and stops out there. He's really roaring around. Whoa, right off the ground.
Yeah, there's still 1/4 of a lap, and he's almost close out of the gap on Tyler.
Yep.
That's gonna be very close at the end.
Yes, it will.
He's still got a 1/4 of a lap left, and he's taken 6 seconds out of that one. So, and he's still dropping. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle in the last lap.
This is our last lap coming up, Sam?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe white
next
flag
one will
this
be
time.
A white flag this time? Okay.
Yeah, and the worst place to be on the last lap is being first and chased by someone just a few tenths behind you, because with the draft and everything,
Down the straightaway, yeah.
it's almost 100% job done for the guy behind you.
Yep, that's true. Well, we'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Andy Perks off again. God, he's been doing sensational, even though he's gone off the road a couple times. What happened here? Oh, on the grass. He didn't hit anything.
No, didn't hear anything.
Sure got that in reverse in a hurry, didn't he? Wow.
And look who's in 4th place in the GT4s.
Yep, even with all that, that's amazing.
Interesting. Tyler took almost 1 second on the last sector of
He
the lap.
did, yeah. Stretched it back out to just over 7 seconds.
If Stefan goes as fast as he did that lap before this, he should be past Tyler before the last sector on this last lap. So, yeah, let's see if he can do the chase down. I think it's going to be very exciting for Stefan if he can see that gap closing, because he should be able to see Tyler there he is. So, yeah, he's going to see that car coming closer and closer to him. It's just going to make him push even harder.
Oh, Ashley Chandelier's had to come in.
I was going to say he's been doing so well to be up in 4th place. Let's see where he comes out now. Come up ahead of Rob Vane.
Gap's not coming down quickly anymore, guys.
Nope, still hanging around 7 seconds.
Solid.
Yeah, Tyler put in his 2 fastest sector 3 and 4 on the last lap.
I think Tyler will be able to push now because he doesn't have to worry about fuel at all. He managed to do 4 laps in his first stint, so he should have more than enough fuel to go and be able to push hard now. And you know, funny you say that, Sam, that he's putting his faster to.
Oh, that's
Game over.
yeah. That's a, if Tyler gets around without any issue, that's a win.
Stefan's trying real hard to catch and drove a little too hard, I think. Whoa! Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Wow, good save, though. Wow, considering.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Darn right.
Yeah.
Good skills.
Yeah, that gap is getting bigger there. I think he must have picked up some kind of damage. He's just... Is he dropping back?
Well, it definitely slowed him when he went off the road, for sure. Is that our leader, Chris Shaw, in TCR? Yes, it is. Chris Shaw. He's got about almost 5.5, about 5 seconds ahead of, what is that, 5 or 9? That's 9-second lead over Jamie Wilson. That's pretty substantial.
So are we going to see a fight then between Martin and Lee?
I'm not sure. Martin's doing all right at the moment.
Yeah, he's still about a second and a half still ahead of him, doing great. In 4th place. Pete Bingham's up the road from him about 5 seconds. Actually, more than that. No, 4. Yeah, that's right.
Gonna say, how's our lovely Mr. Alan Toon doing?
He's still going. He's in 7th.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go. Bit of camera time, he deserves it. He should be Sir Alan Toon. He's such a nice gent.
The old $9.99. Well, Clyde, what's the Saga deal?
Saga is for it's a company for old people. They do like holidays and insurance and things like that.
Okay. Not adult nappies or anything like that, right?
Is there something wrong with the timing screen? Why does it show Stefan 6 seconds behind?
It could be.
Nah, that's his DK doing his things.
Yeah,
The gap is too big to show something properly. I don't know why. It's correct in the software, but it's not correct in the timing card. I don't know. I mean, that's the same data, but you know.
Oh, Stefan's gone again.
He's
And there's his teammate behind him.
Yeah, Marco Lord's coming up quickly. Whoa!
I wonder if it's...
Ouch! Oh, jeez.
Definitely took a lot of
had
damage.
some steering damage.
Lee Bowden's
There we go.
back to Martin now.
I wonder if Stefan's picking up some steering damage there, and and he's having a bit of a skew steering wheel, which is making him, after that first shunt with the wall.
I've got a feeling Martin's going to let him go. I can hear chit chat upstairs.
Nah, he shouldn't let him go now. No, he's going to. He moved over.
Yeah, he's definitely let him go.
Yeah, you can't blame him. He just wants to finish.
He has done really well.
Marco Leworth has passed Stefan.
Oh, goodness. Tough break for Stefan. He's driven brilliantly all day, with the exception of the last few minutes. That's a shame. But as we say, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, so Marco Lewert has got past teammate Stefan Goebel. There's Arnaud Chanonnier with Rob Venn chasing him down. So Tyler not far off taking the checkered flag now.
Whoa, big smoke. Brake lock up on the McLaren. Yeah,
Well,
There
not
he
far,
is.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, something like that.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, in fact, he's at the end, yeah.
And the flashy lights.
So the fuel-saving master does it again.
Well done, Tyler.
Nice run, Tyler. Good job. Rob Ben's giving Andre Chanonnier all he can handle. Marco Lewert in second place for VTS Germany.
Yeah, he's about to cross the line.
Brings home a second place. Well done. Here comes Stefan Goebel. Going to finish on the podium still in third place.
Right, this is where it's going to happen. Andy Perks is going to come home fourth. This is the battle for fifth.
And he's a little bit ahead of him. He's got him. Rob Ben pulls it. Uh-oh.
So Rob Venn comes home fifth. Arnaud Chanonnier in sixth.
Well done, man. Good.
Next
good
across the line is going to be your TCR winner, Chris Shaw.
Again, another great performance by Chris Shaw. Another flashy light specialist.
Jamie Wilson will come home second. Oh.
Oh, Pete.
I think he's safe. He's got plenty of space. Jamie Wilson comes home second in TCR.
Slow-mo. Slow-mo should be coming up here.
He's had trouble here all night, hasn't he?
He got out of the what they call it, carousel. Little scrape, take off some of the BSTB paint job on the side. On driver's right.
So Pete's still going to get his second podium
All right.
on the trot.
Here comes Sir Alan Toon, Team Saga, guest racer this evening. In
Fantastic. Hope he comes back.
In the 999 Porsche.
What a superb drive.
So yeah, Pete Bingham comes home third in TCR. Alan Toon comes home seventh in GT4. Chris Needham comes home eighth in GT4.
And here comes Lee Bowden and Martin Brennan down the long straight.
Great finish by Martin. 5th place. Sure will be chuffed with that one.
Well done. Even after you let him by, Martin, you give him a heck of a tussle. Good for you. Well done, Lee Bowden, Martin Brennan, 4th and 5th respectively.
I can hear a sigh of relief from upstairs.
And it appears that Mark Draper is going to come across the line next. 6th place in TCR. Well done, Mark.
Mark Draper's either won the race or met a couple of walls when he's not won it.
Yep. And Gary Craig pedaling as fast as he can. It appears Gary's going to finish in 7th place in TCR. I'm sure not exactly where he wants to be, but he brought it home on a very tough race course.
Yeah, he had that incident right at the beginning,
Yep.
which set him back quite a long way. So,
And
still a
Jason,
good finish after that.
Jason Haddington finished 9th in GT4.
And while the 3 last guys make their way to the half lap they have to do still, we should start the interview. What do you think?
That's not a bad idea, yes. So, who have we got?
Well, in fact, that's a bad idea because I can go back into replay mode, show the people's, you know. Carl Hardy is on the last straight, and Frank T. Bosch is not far behind. We're not at 2 minutes, you know. Not a big deal.
Right. Well, let's get our GT4 winner in, Tyler Newitt. Congratulations
Yay!
on a
Yay!
4th win in 6 races.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I still can't believe it.
All down to the fuel saving.
Yeah. I was just talking with Marco in there, and apparently, when I wrote in the chat before the race that it was going to be a 4 and a 3 for everyone, the VTS guys were like, "Oh," like they were surprised. And I just kind of thought, you know, it's a long lap. There's a lot of places to save. You know, it should be pretty easy to kind of hit the target. And Marco was saying how surprised they were, but I don't know that I could go much quicker not fuel saving. Like, it must be a function of how I drive the track. Because, you know, I think my optimal was in like the 50s, 51s, but I could not complete a lap quicker than say a 54, 55, and I could do that whether I was fuel saving or not. So it was, you know, I thought Stefan was quick enough to make up the difference. So I kind of backed off a little bit on the second to last lap just to, well, for one, to make sure I was good on fuel, because I didn't put a ton in, and for two, just to give Stefan something to push for. Hoping he might make a mistake, and in the end he did. It would have been close. I don't know if I could have held him off if he didn't, but gosh, that was fun.
Yeah, he certainly had phenomenal pace, didn't he?
I heard you say he did a 49 on the first flyer. That's absurd. I can't do that. There's just, I could drive, I could run the whole 24 hours around here by myself and I wouldn't find that time. So he had absolutely phenomenal pace. I thought from the start that they were doing a kind of tortoise and the hare thing, where Marco was backing me up and saving fuel so Stefan could go flat out. And I got half right, I guess. I don't think Marco was doing it on purpose. And I don't. Well, I know he was trying to save fuel to start, and then he kind of went for it. I think towards on the third lap, because he started to gap me a little bit, and I had to push a little bit harder. But I had saved a good amount of fuel by then.
Well, them two coming in certainly took us by surprise. But tactically, you get it right again tonight. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to you guys, of course, for putting on the league. I don't know how good that broadcast would be because it's the Nürburgring. Everyone's kind of in their own little world around there. But
the commentators made it awesome, mate. Don't worry.
I'm sure you did. But and shout out to everyone who turns up week in and week out. The VTS guys obviously can be quick, and I think there's quite a few people like that in the league. I saw one of our new guys, Arno, was running quite well towards the end there. Looked like he might have been in podium contention if it hadn't been for probably the fuel in that McLaren, I think. But good to see some of the new guys getting in on it and finding some pace. That was exciting. And shout out to BSTV Esports, especially Pete. Yet another podium. Gonna have to start calling him Podium Pete, I guess. It's coming a habit. But Rob, I think had a bit of a rough day. He sped in pit lane, and I know Gary had a rough day as well. So, but they'll bounce back. They're both quick, and we'll get them next time.
I'm sure they will. Well, congratulations again on another win, and we'll see you next time out.
Thanks so much.
Okay, so next up, let's bring our second place driver in GT4, Marco Lewert. Welcome to the booth.
Hello, welcome. Hi.
So that was a fascinating race. The pace of Stefan was absolutely phenomenal. You guys having to make two stops certainly caught us by surprise. And then Stefan trying his damnedest to catch Tyler at the end there, making a couple of mistakes and gifting second place to yourself.
Yeah, so we knew that Tyler would make a 3 or 4 or 4 3-lap race, and we tried it in practice, and we lost too much time. So I would not make it anyway. And at the start, I was surprised that Tyler could follow me. And I thought, no, he's not saving fuel. He drives full, and then he drove 4 laps. And I'm just studying his lap times. He drives the same lap times if he is driving as fast as he can, or if he is saving fuel. And this is what I cannot do here. I'm 5 seconds slower when I'm fuel saving, and then I would not be able to catch Tyler. And so I decided to drive as fast as possible, to have fun as much as possible. And Stefan had the pace to make it. But unfortunately, he made a mistake.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes at the end there. We'll talk to Stefan next. But, you obviously enjoy this track.
Yes.
101% more than I do. But next week we go to one of my favourite tracks with Brands Hatch. Are you going to grace us with your presence for that?
No, I will not drive. I will concentrate now on V8. I struggled a little bit in the V8, and so I have to be better, and therefore I'm not driving the GT4.
Well, I think to be fair, mate, it looked like everybody struggled in the V8 apart from Chris Jackson. So that's your GT4 running over. So nice way to round off your season in the GT4 with a second place. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, to our fan club, and I really have big congrats to Tyler, and thanks to you guys for the stream.
Yeah, and thanks to you for version 372 of the paint pack.
Yeah, yeah. The last version I could not make. Simon wrote me during the qualifying. This was too late. Yeah.
Not to worry. Okay, Marco. Well, congratulations on your second place, and we'll probably see you again very soon.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so let's round out our GT4s for now with third place Stefan Goebel. Welcome to the booth.
Hey guys.
Stefan, the one that got away.
Yeah, it was very dramatic. As I know that Tyler is the fuel saving god, and I'm more or less the most worst fuel saver in the world. I know that I need to get more than 100% maybe to catch him, and to compensate that one stop I didn't need more than him. Yeah, and in the last round, more or less, I lost it. Hit a little bit the curb where I shouldn't do, and yeah, that's it. I'm still happy that I finished.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Do you think you would have caught Tyler on that last lap?
It was very close. Maybe very short before the finish line, because my lap time would be 49 at this lap.
Right. And I guess the golden overtaking opportunity would be drafting down the long straight. That would be your only chance to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's very close.
Yeah. I say it was definitely the one that got away, mate. You had absolutely phenomenal pace, head and shoulders above everybody else. Yet you stand on the third step of the podium, but that's the way racing goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yes, for sure, Mago, who made our paints, and the rest of the team for sure as well. We had some trainings, and we discussed a lot of strategy, and as we figured out that we are not able to fuel save as Tyler, we tried to do it like this. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it nearly worked, mate.
For this for the podcast. I enjoyed the league very much.
We thoroughly enjoy it, and it's still congratulations on a podium, mate. But I'm sure that win is coming.
Yeah, I think so. Later.
Okay, catch you later.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks.
Okay, so next up, we are going to get in the booth our second place TCR driver, Jamie Wilson. Welcome to the booth.
Hello, hopefully you can hear me. I've just had some audio trouble going on.
Yeah, we can. Well, I can hear you. I don't know about anybody else. So, reading the Discord chat, you were saying how much quicker Chris Shaw was than you. But up until the pit stop, mate, you was right on him.
Yeah, that was a bit. That's a bit of a false visual artifact because there was a degree of the toe or what have you, but the issue around here is that you don't want to be the one in front because the toe is so strong that you need to be behind basically on the last run in onto the straight. And so I was sat behind him thinking, I don't really want to be in front because he's doing a better job than I would be doing if I were in front. I was trying to put all the pressure on him to see if he would make a mistake. Answer, no. And I just thought, well, the only other thing I can do here is to do something different. So I just pitted opposite to what he did. And I ended up just having a scruffy out lap, and he had like an amazing in lap at the same time. And that's what split us apart. But to be honest, if I'd stayed out and we'd pitted at the same time, I would have had that same scruffy lap anyway, so it would have been the same result. So, yeah, it looked closer than it really was.
So ultimately, from your point of view, you know, with everything that you've just said, you must be extremely happy with second.
Yeah, it's there's not much to add to that really. Yeah, it's Chris's pace around here is absolutely ridiculous. So, in clear air, you can probably go 2 or 3 seconds faster than me. In qualifying, I had an off on a faster lap, which would have put me just about within range of getting his time at the time, but then he went like 3 seconds faster on his next lap. It's like, nope, not possible. So
if I told you that his fastest lap was 5.5 seconds quicker than yours, would you be upset?
Technicality alert, that doesn't include laps if you get a little clumsy one. Because I think my fastest lap in the race was an 11, I think, something like that.
Yeah, but if you go off track, mate, it doesn't count. I'm harsh on going off track.
True, yeah, but I think my fastest lap was counted as like a 9:17 or something.
Yeah.
Realistically, I was, pace wise, if I'd strung it together, then I'd probably be doing like maybe a high 14, something like that. But he's in like the 10s, so yeah, it's crazy.
And next time out, Brands Hatch GP circuit. Happy about that?
Yeah, it's effectively my local track. I'm down the south coast, so and slightly further away from Thruxton. So it's the only track in iRacing that I've been to. So yeah, looking forward to that. I've had some good races, particularly on the Indy circuit. So for the first half of the lap, I'll be fine.
Yeah, just remember to turn left.
Yeah, but the TCR cars around there are super fun to drive. So to be honest, everything is. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Excellent. Okay, well, before we let you go, any shout outs you want to give?
Yep, shout out to my headset that looks like it's just done a foggy and gone for a poo on me, so I'm on my work one. So yeah, that's great. And Chris for as always being I was racing him pretty hard there. Again, it's sort of a bit of flattery that it looks that as close as that. But as is always the case with Chris, always a super trustworthy guy to race. So, and yeah, the GT4s were generally. We had one starting with us, who due to the gridding quirk, who was very kind enough to remove himself from the race in a barrier early enough on for him not to be a problem. So that was good. And and yeah, and you guys for putting the event on as always and doing a great broadcast.
Excellent. Well, we'll see you next time out.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, Jamie Wilson. Okay, so now, surprisingly, Pete Bingham, 3rd place. Who drove your car?
I've told him he's not allowed to tell you. Yeah, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so 2 podiums on the trot. If I was a betting man, there would be absolutely no way, knowing the perils that we both have around this track, that I would have put you in the top 10 in a 9-car race.
No, me neither.
3rd.
When we started, I said, how many cars are in the race? They went 8. I said, right, that's my top 5 finish out of the way then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know where I gridded. Was it 6th or 5th? I don't remember. One of them. And then people started just throwing themselves off the track, starting with Gary, who had a bit of an incident with a curb. And the curbs around here are massive. And this car sits very, very low on the ground. So you hit a curb and you're just on a journey. And you're not in control of any of it. I honestly don't know what happened. I've done maybe 20 laps of practice, which is a lot, obviously, around here. In this car, I have only ever strung one together before tonight. And tonight I've done 7. What? I don't get it. I don't understand.
You're on a roll, Pete. You're on a roll, man.
Swiss roll, maybe.
Let me tell you, you gave a pretty formidable driver in Lee Bowden all he could handle for the longest time. As a matter of fact, it's on screen right now. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was fully hassling him. We've got Jamie and Chris on the screen at the minute. They were utterly in a league completely different to me.
Oh yeah.
I was literally best of the rest. When I finished, I think they were literally a minute ahead of me. A minute over like 7 laps. What the hell? How can people be that fast? Chris's pole time was obscene. I don't think I've seen anybody do a 9:10 round here. They were just amazing. So congratulations.
If that was a real car and I was in a race with him, I'd protest him. I really would.
Yeah, I also heard that there was a conspiracy going on in the booth that I should crash so that Martin could get a podium. What the hell are you guys on? By the way,
wasn't involved, Pete. Wasn't involved.
Me either.
So that's Clyde then, right?
No, not guilty. Luckily, Sam only accidentally pressed the replay button once for you.
Was that on the last lap?
It was, yes.
Yeah. I didn't like the right-hand wing mirror where it was, so I've decided to detach it on a wall.
At that point that you're heading for the barrier, was that? Oh no, I could have had a podium.
No, it wasn't actually. I was pretty much in control. If you'd watched the 2 laps before it, then you'd have seen me do exactly the same thing and catch it. And I thought, oh, it's another one of these. I'll catch this. And I was waiting for the tyres to grip up. They didn't. But it was only a rub. It probably looked worse. But it was just a rub. It just took my wing mirror off, and there was nothing wrong with the steering, nothing wrong with anything. I think I just took some paint off it and the wing mirror.
Fair enough. Okay, well, before we let you go, Pete, any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, EDF and EDF Motorsports for sponsoring the league. BSTV for putting on the broadcast. All our other sponsors from all our other leagues, and definitely you guys for spending the time on Nordschleife, which usually is each car racing on its own. I did give Lee Bowden an absolute hounding, and it seems to have worked somehow. I don't really know what happened. I pitted at the same time he did, and yeah, I'm confused by all of the above. To Gary, who had an unfortunate incident with the curb, because he could have done masses better. He's lightning quick round here, and really reliable. So it was really amazing that he managed to have an incident, to be honest. Thanks to Nürburgring for not taking more than 3 incident points off me. This is me going side by side with Lee. I backed out somewhere around here because I thought, I'm never surviving this.
This isn't the Oscars, by the way.
Is it not? I'd like to thank my... No, I won't go any further.
Pete, you did really well. Pete, you did really well, mate. Well done.
I'm going to keep talking because Clyde...
Okay, so next up, let's get Martin Brennan in 5th place in TCR. Martin, you have equalled your best ever position in the series, and also done it on probably the worst track in the world.
Yeah, that was pretty horrific, to be honest. In practice on Monday, I couldn't get through a sector without crashing. So Lord knows how I've done an hour.
You're not alone, pal. That happens to all of us, let me tell you. Place is terrible.
Yeah, it really is. I really enjoyed that, though, actually. Particularly trying to catch up with Carl was fun. trying to pass Lee again. That was fun, but it was just too quick.
I'll tell you, you let him by, and I was saying, the guys were saying, well, Martin's probably going to let him by and all that, and I said, well, he shouldn't. He's really doing a good job, and you let him by. And then all of a sudden, you were right on his tail, and I thought, why did you let him by? You're right there. But anyway, that was very gentlemanly of you. Had a good result. I'll let Clyde take over now. Well done.
I'll be honest, there was a little bit of a play there, knowing that if I could keep up, then there would be a fairish chance of passing on the straight.
No, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, yep, the big long, that's true. Yep, very good. Good thinking.
Didn't work though, but hey.
You gave it a try. What the heck,
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the Nürburgring then?
Really tough, actually. I've played it before on Forza and things like that, but it was obviously nowhere near the same. And Monday was the really first go, first go at it on iRacing. So it was tough to get a first lap in without any incident. But yeah, kind of got used to it after that. I think a lot of it is knowing where to brake, not braking on, odd slopes here and there, which can just send the car into a complete spin. And although I wasn't blisteringly quick, it was, for me, more about don't crash, make sure you get around, and I'm sure others might take themselves out.
Yeah, it's always survival around there. And Brands Hatch next week, looking forward to that?
Yeah, really looking forward to Brands Hatch. I haven't done too many laps around there, but it's a place we've visited often with Stacey, obviously, on various race series, so great track.
Excellent. Well, I say well done tonight, mate. I must admit, I wouldn't have had you down as a finisher if I was a betting man. And I would have Stacey as being a very, very rich lady from the swear box tonight. But you proved me wrong. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Shout out to you guys for the broadcast. Shout out to Result Clothing for all that they do. Shout out to Cole for the Monday sessions, and to Dave Ayres as well, who helped me quite a bit, just watching my laps and giving me some hints and tips.
Shout out to Stacey.
Shout out to Stacey.
Well, you shouldn't have done that, mate. That's it now. You'll expect it all the time. Well, Martin, pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations, A, on finishing, and B, on equaling your best ever position in the series. And we'll see you next week.
Cheers. See you next week.
Well done, matey.
Well done, Martin.
Okay, so last but not least, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sir Alan Toon.
Yay! Hello.
Number one.
Hey, what an introduction.
Did you like your paint?
Well, I haven't seen it, Clyde.
Well, you best watch the broadcast then and have a look at it.
The broadcast. I know it's there. I know you've done one, and I will watch it. So because I do want to see it. So I'm still all agog with that. To be honest. Good evening, everybody.
So how did you find your first out with us anyway in the GT4, and also round this absolute monster horrible track?
Well, okay, so I love this track.
No, you're a weirdo like Sam.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely love this place. I adore it. I do, and I would quite happily go around here. Cole lured me with Nürburgring.
Did he offer you a pie?
He's given me a lot more than pies, got to say.
This is a family show, mate.
He's been my support and prop and encourager and mentor ever since the joint result. So I owe the man a lot.
Yeah. Have you driven this car before?
No.
What did you think?
I just thought I'd try. The TCR makes my hands swell up. It does. It makes my arthritis go zing. So So I thought, and I just thought I'd try it because somebody said it had been changed recently. Because I tried it a while ago and it was a handful, and it is much improved and a lot more fun than it was. And I can't believe I got around all those laps without hitting a wall because I certainly wasn't in practice, you know.
Yeah,
Not at all.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you have any moments that any code browns whilst you was out there?
Honestly, I only had 3 off track, and 2 of those were soft because I wasn't really paying attention. I was getting the flask out and having a sandwich. And
That's a long journey. Yeah.
well, it's I've noticed. I've found the secret though. I've found the secret because being in the Porsche, eminently faster car than all these TCRs. I was having a good dash with the TCR drivers. It was great.
Exactly. We did see one move where I think you took 3 of them down the back straight.
God, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll see if we can Photoshop you into a TCR so it looks like you're going past them properly. And what are the chances of you making another appearance in the series?
Well, I just don't think I'm really a fast enough driver.
Yeah, you are, Alan.
You are, Alan.
See you next week. Come on, Alan.
Well, let me think about it, but I'm inclined to because I've had a really good time, and your family, you guys are like family, so I'm very inclined to do that.
Let me tell you, Alan, these guys are really nice guys, and I don't care if you're twice as slow. They're not gonna give you a hassle. Really, if you're having a good time, come on back. Really.
Well,
stick in the Porsche as well, mate, and you can give it to them TCRs every week.
Yes, it is a very tempting prospect. beating Mr. Hardy. Yes, it's very enjoyable.
Exactly.
And best of all, Clyde will make you up another obscene paint job.
Yeah, this one wasn't obscene.
I know it's not.
Alan, any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Well, crikey.
Go on, get your list out.
Oh, well, it's a long list, isn't it? Can I just say Steve Cooley is an amazing man, and he's been an absolute wonderful person to me. He was the first guy I met on iRacing who took me out driving and tried to do things for me, and he's never stopped. He's been an absolute wonderful person. All my teammates, the support I've had through all the leagues that I've ever been in. Honestly, people have been so supportive and so wonderful to me ever since I ever came. In 2 years, I've made hundreds of friends, and honestly, it's like family. It really just feels that way. This is my social life. This is what I do now, and I love it. And thanks to everybody, actually, that I ever met in iRacing, because they've all given me a leg up. Every one of them.
Well, that's always nice to hear.
Yeah, it's a massive list because you know the story about my rig. People fundraising for my rig, not telling me.
Take your microphone out of your bum, Alan.
Your microphone fell off or something.
Oh, was it?
There you go. You're back. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was probably wobbling. There we go. Yes. So that they are the people in that they passed the hat round to buy this amazing rig for me. Because I was driving on a wheel stand and getting backache and stuff, and so they decided they were going to buy me a rig. Nobody told me, and they fundraised loads of money, and they ordered this thing, and they bought this fantastic seat, and donated it to me. So I sit here in incredible luxury in this beautiful rig, and it's the most prideful thing I've ever had in my life. Because it was done by the affection of my friends in iRacing.
Now,
amazing.
To show your appreciation, it means you have to race more now.
Well, I'll race better for it, Bill. That's for sure.
That's exactly.
I do race better for it. It's,
absolutely.
It's transformed my racing because the car is just—it's the stiffest thing. It's fantastic. What a thing it is! I'll send you a picture.
I love it.
Excellent. Well, we're going to have to get away very shortly, Alan. So we'll say goodbye to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for joining us in the booth.
No, it's lovely. You've done
Mr.
very
Hardy
nice.
on the case to get you signed up properly, and hopefully we'll see you next time out at Brands Hatch.
Yes, Bruns, one of my
Welcome,
favourite
Alan.
tracks. Yeah, thank you, Stacey, darling. It's
You
been
were
great.
absolutely
It's been grand.
superb.
Oh, thank you, darling. That's lovely to say so. Well, it's been a wonderful evening, and thank you very much. I was thrilled to be asked. I'm honoured, honestly. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. So there you go, ladies and gents. Sir Alan Toon.
Yay!
Good night.
Good Alan. Woo!
Right, so that's the interviews over, guys. I'm going to do a quick race recap because we are fast running out of time. Even though it was the Green Hell, I thought that was an absolutely fantastic race. There was some close battles, there was accidents, there was a bit of everything in that race, and it was certainly a hell of a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be, but not as exciting as it's going to be at Brands Hatch. So let's put some people on the spot. Let's start with Yaz before his 50p runs out. Yaz, your driver of the evening, please.
Easy one, Stefan Goebel.
Okay.
Miles ahead.
Vote for Mr. Goebel, and that is his first one this season. Okay, who we got next? Stacey, who is your driver of the evening?
Oh, am I allowed to pick someone that's not quite in the league just yet?
You can pick anyone that raced tonight.
Sir Alan Toon, all the way.
Sir Alan Toon for Stacey. And one for Alan. Okay, so next up, Mr. Barbecue Bill Switzer.
I know this sounds self-serving because he's a colleague, but I'm going to pick Pete Bingham for 2 goodies in a row.
Ooh, we got a mixed bag this week. Pete Bingham, that moves him up to 4 votes. And Sam.
Tyler for strategy and being able to put away in the win in front of an outstanding Stefan Goebel.
Vote for Tyler. And for once, I'm going to agree with Sam. It was just a stroke of genius again from Tyler. Stefan was absolutely phenomenal with his pace, and there is no way he should have lost that race. But Tyler out-Tylered him. And yeah, so my vote goes to Tyler as well. So that was absolutely fantastic. Let me open up the right file and I can let you know what else we've got coming up on BSTV in the next 7 days. So Sunday, we are back in Prototype Endurance Challenge action from Spa. We got quite a fairly quiet weekend this weekend, which is good. I could do with that. After that, we're back with this series again next Wednesday from the Brands Hatch GP circuit. So that's definitely a race that I'm looking forward to. Big thanks to all the drivers tonight. Big thanks to everybody that joined us on the chat, on Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Don't forget to drop this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook. That way you never miss any of the action. Thanks to Sam, Bill, Stacey, and Yaz for joining me in the booth. I shall say goodnight. Let everybody else say goodnight. And then we'll close the broadcast. So, good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks a lot to EDF Motorsports for supporting this series. Thanks to my colleagues and everybody that showed up. And we'll see you next time. Have a good evening.
Good evening, everybody. See you next week.
As usual, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you to EDF and the drivers and everyone for watching, and see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And I will say it because Clyde ditched him before I was able to do it. Good race, Pete. Congratulations for your 3rd place. And we'll see you next Sunday.